They said punching through Skyrim was madness. They said 3,500 mods was impossible. And they said fighting Daedric Princes with nothing but your fists on legendary difficulty was the quickest path to insanity. Well, whoever they are were absolutely right. Glorbus, our legendary Goblin Pugilist, has officially ascended beyond punching mere bandits and dragons. After surviving the frozen north, the many realms of Oblivion, countless crashes, and Todd Howard's twisted sense of balance, we've arrived at the doorstep of madness itself. That madness being trapped in Cold Harbor, facing bosses with health bars so absurdly high it makes Alduin look like a minor inconvenience. At this point, we're no longer asking if Glorbus can punch gods into submission, we're wondering how long it will take before Glorbus is officially recognized as one himself. So, beginning where we left off, we were trapped in Cold Harbor looking for some sewer to get into the Imperial City. Of course, it didn't take long before I got distracted, and then I found something else that was quite interesting.
Oh, well, I seem to walk through the mist. Level 210. Okay. What the? I don't know what that maneuver was. Get over here! This man's been in a lot of wars. Alright, no messing around. I am so good at this. Sure? Uh-oh, I regret. Why is its name Corn? Bite me like you mean it. What the fuck? What am I supposed to do here? I don't know, I can't think. That was really intense, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna pick up all these cards, because if I get a full set of whatever kind, I get buffs of some kind. That was probably the best description I could have ever made for anything. If I switch my stance while I'm walking around, I can block like this.
Take this, you motherfucker!
Oh my gosh, he just threw a spear at me. That might have been the scariest thing I've ever seen.
After fighting through this temple, I had to brawl with the legendary Umaril the Unfeathered, an Iliad Sorcerer King with power comparable to Mirak.
This is so cinematic and cool when I walk like this.
Excuse me? What? Yeah, so basically this thing that's been plaguing my playthrough, constantly making me one-shot myself, was a modded effect enemies could spawn with, simply called reflect damage from the Apothecary mod. So, what did I do about it? I removed it, because it probably isn't intended to one-shot every person with a melee build 100% of the time.
Alright, moment of truth. Whoa. It's a crazy attack. It worked! I can have a fair fight for once. Come and get me. Oh my gosh. Ow. Uh-oh. Oh, I knocked him on his feet.
Finish him.
After that fun encounter, I got another flashback of how disturbing this Umaril guy really is. And then, it was time to go sneak my way through some sewers like I had originally planned. Unfortunately, the only thing I ran into was a bunch of homeless people wielding the largest sticks of all time. But after that, I got back on track and finally made it to the sewers.
Hello, good sirs.
Returns to plunge a sword.
Beautiful.
You're finally...
What's Pepe doing here?
What kept you so long? There's nothing worth stopping for in this wasteland. You're a right lazy one.
This guy's got aura. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little intimidated. Well, I guess I better just sit back and enjoy the ride. Seems like getting in the water probably isn't a good idea. If I don't move, it won't see me. Oh! Get back on the boat! Help! Play as a vigilant, I probably have some resistances to this plague.
There was a boss down here, and it was some lady that apparently started the plague that is everywhere in the sewer or something. Apparently, even with nudity disabled, there still seems to be a lot of it. So I can't really show the boss, but just know, Glorbus righteously fisted. Yo! I was able to find an interesting command, okay? Something that could make the difficulty even higher than what was allowed. So remember that difficulty slider where I set it to 20, made it a lot harder? Made it around 5x harder, but I'm tired of that. Clearly, we're just too powerful. How about 50? That should be like 12.5 times harder than normal. This is a really bad idea, but I'm gonna go with it.
Tactical nuke incoming!
That was a pretty cool entrance, I'm not gonna lie.
There we go. And so we made our way through the prison. I actually went through it in reverse by accident because apparently lockpicking the master lock in the very front is a shortcut. Whoopsies.
Hammer down!
He actually just straight up threw his hammer like a boomerang. That was kind of sick.
Again! Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
So, after defeating the big guy with a hammer, I finally made my way back up to the surface.
Alright. Looks like we made it to the prison district. Hopefully we can enter the city with that. I'm pretty sure this shared chest is something I can access at the end, like after I leave. So if I put everything in there, it should be fine.
Before leaving the prison district, I did my one good deed for the day and gave a knight some head. I mean, I gave him his head because he lost it. Nothing so wrong about that, right?
Hello, sir. Mind if I just make my way past you? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that did way too much damage. You need to get out of here. He's not that intimidating. Oh, I changed my mind. He's a little strong. Just not very durable, I guess. Oh my goodness. This guy just tried to chug a bunch of beer before he fought me. Maybe I should have respected that, I'll be honest. Oh, he's a dexterity lad. Maybe I misjudged him. He also has like 10,000 HP. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa! Oh no, he got staggered. I'll give you one more chance. Well, I gave him his chance. Okay, he actually had some really awesome movesets, I'll be honest. I want to see more of that. Okay, I don't even know where I'm going at this rate.
Basically, I need to go around and search for a key to the center of the city. Also, there are barrier towers around the map, and I need to take those down too in order to get in. Once I do, it'll finally be time to exact my revenge against Molag Bal, who imprisoned me here.
So soft, tender. This'll be fun. The more you fight me, the more you will suffer, mortal.
How about that? Ow.
Nope.
And I reflected it. Okay, that's a boss. Alright, I'm gonna hit him with the Glorbus Frost Strike. Oh my gosh, he gets really slow. Oh my gosh, he's just like endlessly out of stamina. Just can't do anything. Alright, come on, I'll give you a chance.
After the side quest, I went to some place called the Curia Morimath, or however you'd pronounce that. There, I punched some Archpriest a few times, and then I went and gave my fist to the Pope, who looks like my customers in Schedule 1 after I feed them the worst concoction ever humanly created. Defeating them granted me the Inquisition Court District Key, which was needed to progress. There was also this guy wielding a hammer with an anvil on it, and he was pretty tough. Alright, well, you hit me with all you got.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Major fracture detected.
Next, it was time to go to the Inquisition Court with that key I just got, which was located in the southeastern point in the city.
Yo, is that my boy Pepe?
This is Malada, the High Fane of the area.
Pepe told me there was some underground area nearby that has a teleporter to the island, so that will be my next move.
This guy means business, I can tell. That is not good. I'll take free Elder Scrolls any day of the week.
I guess it's time for more important matters though. This next segment was at some church ruins and it had kind of a confusing layout. Thankfully, after a few minutes, I did find the underground priory, and now it's finally time to go find that teleporter.
I almost feel bad for him. Kind of looks like a portal of some kind.
Look at him. And remember how this man ended up. Someday, the same will happen to you.
I have bigger ambitions. See ya. I don't even know where I am anymore. You're done for, my boy. As soon as you let me close the gap, your fate is already sealed, because I will fist you. And you. That is like the most satisfying thing ever. I should not be able to send an arrow directly back at someone's forehead.
The next little while was spent slowly making my way through the flying temple. There weren't that many challenges throughout, so it was kind of just a slow and steady pace at the top. But once I got to the end, things got very chaotic very fast.
Alright, it looks like you're the man I have to fist, so get over here. Oh my gosh, he's so fast. I have speed on your side, but I have strength. Oh no, he's done for. Oh boy.
Pepe told me a story about his past and how the guy in there is a guy named Maruk. Maruk gave him a stone and told him to bring it to the tower. Apparently, Maruk was the only thing holding up the barrier in Cold Harbor. With him gone, Jyggalag's army will invade and the Order will overrun this place. Anyways, Pepe told me to give him peace, so I did. Now that Grey March has begun, Pepe said the key to the tower lies within some Khajiit in a mansion. He also said he's gonna stay here until the Order gets to him. Unfortunately, it didn't take very long for his wish to come true.
Sing we now, sing for the year, sing.
Well, it seems he was right about the Grey March. Seems to be quite strong. And I was very right about that one.
What the hell?
Okay.
After all that, it was time to finally do some exploring.
Oh, is this the Order? Oh, it is. Oh my gosh, they just keep appearing. They are a nigh infinite army, I guess. Oh, if I grab the Hearts of Order from the enemies, I can disable it. That's a unique mechanic, actually.
I ended up grabbing the heart and key from that Khajiit Pepe told me about. There wasn't really any bosses in the way, just a lot of enemies for me to quickly defeat.
That bird is here again.
I'm not a bird, I'm a goblin. Get it right.
Little friend, I thank you.
Beyond that absurdly large night was the area the Knights of the Order came from. Their home, if you will.
Well, I have a little bit of a feeling that this is not gonna be easy.
I mean, surely they're not just gonna let me walk into their home, right? So I slowly made my way through the cocoons of order. There were a lot of enemies in the way, but that didn't stop me from rampaging through them. Through the many twists and turns, I made it all the way to the end, where none other than JYGGALAG himself stood before me. The legendary Daedric Prince of Order, one of the strongest of all princes, and not even nerfed, might I add. In fact, he wasn't just simply buffed, I multiplied his health, stamina, and magicka by 75 times what it normally was. And I gave him a damage multiplier of around 10 times. At this range, he didn't always one-shot me because I am a literal tank, but it was pretty close.
Me versus you, buddy. One of us is going down. Okay, I don't want to use this early in the fight, but I have no choice. My gosh. I don't know what you just did, but that was kind of insane. Alright. Time to use Dragon Aspect. Oh yeah, that definitely increased my attack power.
Oh no! Holy! Look at all this damage!
Just when I was about to give up, I tried using this Marked for Death shout. I've had it for a while, but I just haven't used it yet. As it turns out, even the tier 1 shout works very well because I started doing insane damage that helped me throughout the last few attempts.
Okay. I think he's had enough of me. Get out of here, Daedric Prince. Yes! Oh my god, that took so long. Who knew I would also be the champion that puts an end to Grey March? Well, good to know you, JYGGALAG, but I'm just the better fighter, I guess.
After the fight, there was only one more thing to do before going to see Molag Bal, and that was a barrier tower. At the barrier tower was Morihaus, or Mor, and was considered to be a demi-prince.
Well, it's good to know you, sir.
The memory from this tower was mostly about Mor paying respects to Pelennor for what he passed or something. Anyways, it was time to go fight another Daedric Prince. Time for us to go find out what is going on here. Bro, you just ruined this epic cinematic Glorbus moment. Alright, time to go kick some Daedric butt.
The madness cannot be shaken off so easily.
Now it was time to climb the tower. There wasn't a large defense because the Order had already broken in and was causing chaos. Every Daedra and Knight of the Order were discombobulated, which meant it was easy for me to get past them. Unfortunately, getting to the Daedric Prince wasn't going to be as easy as anticipated. This guy looks menacing. Yeah, spoiler alert, no end for me. This boss was really buggy, and I'm not sure if it was because of my smaller player model or his larger one, but he just wouldn't attack. He's a smart man, he knows not to fight back. I respect that. Unfortunately, his health pool is really large. Give me those ankles, boy. Pepe showed up again and told me the next room might be challenging, saying Alicia's body was in there. Of course, risen from the dead by Molag Bal.
Do what you've been doing all along. Destroy it. You can't do anything else anyway.
So I'm a destroyer, huh?
It is remarkable you managed to get this far. But you will go no further. This is where you meet your end.
Ow. Using my rage. Stand no chance against the will of Glorbus, my friend. Yo! You can't handle the Glorbus onslaught, no matter how much you try. Did that just do 31,000 damage? Did I just see that right?
Yikes.
It took a few attempts to take this guy down, but inevitably, we got a good run going.
I can't let you go.
Oh, that's some really good damage. He's on the floor. This is my chance. You ain't going anywhere, buddy. What was that? No! Not like this. Please. Yes! Take my fist. Oh my gosh, he's back. So you've come to fight me.
Come here!
Oh my... Alright, give me all you got. The fact that he's like teleporting around is crazy. Oh my lord. Oh! This knight is truly vigilant, let me tell ya. I'm sorry this had to happen. I think it's time that we finish what we came here for. Well, there's only one man left to beat.
Is it not enough yet? Must you be the one to do this?
Yes, bro. All I'm trying to do is go home. Clearly he doesn't see the power of the goblin before him.
Stop. Please. Stop.
That's all you gotta say? Yeah, eat my fist. So, really quick, I'm not going to go over all of the mod lore here, but some context is needed. Molag Bal didn't fight us for a reason. It's a trick. That stone I took that opened Aetherius, no mortal soul can fill that stone. But if you give it a mortal soul, like Molag Bal's, it might just work. And it may be the only way to open a portal to Aetherius from Oblivion. Huh. This next segment consisted of many memories or flashbacks of sorts. Of course, some of it was just Molag Bal's meddling, which I was able to see past.
Useless flesh puppet. I thought it was good enough. Is that so? But nothing has changed. Submit to me.
I'll never submit. I've got a feeling this might be the last fight that I'll ever face. Not that I'll lose or anything.
Every dream comes to an end. Even dreams that no longer need their dreamer cannot escape this fate. Well, let us finish this.
Okay, I think he's finally gotten mad. Oh, I did not expect that. There it is. Alright, if this stacks, he's gonna take an incredible amount of damage. Yeah, how do you like it now? Good to know you, Molag. I think I've won this fight. Been a very long journey, and I think we've definitely challenged fate on many different levels here. Became way stronger than Alduin could have ever expected. That guy is chump change at this point. I mean, I defeated 2 Daedric Princes by myself and became the champion of Cold Harbor. I stopped Grey March by becoming the champion and defeating GLORBUS. And now, I think it's time for me to finish this story, put an end to all this once and for all, and finally go back to Skyrim. That'd be kind of nice. So, here's the outcome of all of this. We, the Dragonborn, broke the cycle and achieved redemption through acceptance and forgiveness. Molag Bal returns to Cold Harbor and probably still has to deal with GLORBUS because, believe it or not, I may have defeated him, but soon enough he'll regenerate and probably dominate the Prince of Domination once again. Not my problem. But we did earn a Daedric Prince's respect, which is pretty neat.
Wait, you still haven't told me your name.
My name is Glorbus. I hope you remember it.
A good name. It will have a firm place in my soul.
And that's it for now, anyway. Glorbus has punched his way through Skyrim, Cold Harbor, the many realms of Oblivion, and even the Daedric Princes themselves. But don't worry, this isn't the end of the story. I'm cooking up something bigger, a final form, if you will. A massive supercut of the series. It'll have a ton of bonus segments, new footage, and my full thoughts on the Nolvus V6 mod list as a whole. So if you're interested in that, consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe later if you want. And if you have any ideas for mod lists, challenges, or any other Skyrim shenanigans, drop a comment and I'll be sure to read it. Anyways, I'll see you next time.